Well, final preparations for the State of the Nation address should be well underway at the Cape Town City Hall. The 117-year-old building has become a cultural centre, with municipal functions having moved to the Civic Centre decades ago. Monique Mortlock is giving us a little look into the building that is now acting as Parliament of the Republic. Monique, thank you for joining us. How are things looking inside City Hall? Pretty much as normal? I mean, we usually go to concerts there and live events. It's been in need of a little bit of a clean-up, a little bit of a spring clean the last time I was there. Are crews busy underway?
Annika, exactly what you said now is what my colleague Lance also mentioned. He said that it looks a lot more shiny and clean and bright today. I'm going to ask Lance just to show you where I'm standing right now. The City Hall has been transformed into the parliamentary precinct, and where we are right now is the chamber. This is where MPs will be seated tomorrow. And as you can see on the seats, we have signs saying, please do not sit here. And we have the various demarcations for the different parties, for the MPs that will be seated here. Of course, social distancing, a very important regulation, part of those COVID-19 safety protocols. We know that 298 MPs will be just mind there. Lance is walking for us, and there's still a lot of equipment around. We know that 298 MPs will be allowed to attend physically the State of the Nation address tomorrow. The overflow of those MPs will be seated on the top in the gallery, and that will also be where visitors, where the guests will be seated. And when we were up there a little earlier, we were speaking to parliamentary spokesperson Monique Mortlock, who informed us that a lot of work has needed to go into transforming the City Hall into a space where the State of the Nation address can be held, especially for the fact that it's going to be a hybrid seating with many MPs also joining virtually via Zoom. You can see behind me there's a quite a massive screen, and this is part of the broadcasting equipment that is needed to be installed here at the City Hall. Parliament has budgeted about 4 million rand just for the purpose of getting the broadcasting equipment installed here, and also those translation services. Just outside of the hall, there are different booths for those for the translators, where they will be conducting their work tomorrow. And on the stage, you can see that there are still some staff members conducting some final tests and final checks. This is where the President will be delivering his State of the Nation address from tomorrow. So it seems as if things are steadily coming together, and Moloto Motapa was telling us that he's confident that everything will go smoothly tomorrow evening, that they have all the necessary plans and also backup plans in place, especially for when it comes to that technology aspect of things with the hybrid seating of Parliament.
Monique, two questions for you. Is there going to be a red carpet? And second of all, the State of the Nation debate will also be held at City Hall, and usually each MP has a microphone in which to speak. Is there any facility there for that? I wonder how that's going to work.
On the topic of the microphones, this is something that I asked Moloto about, and he said that they are going to be getting some type of technology installed, whether it be microphones that will be in each of the aisles, to ensure that if there are MPs who need to raise a point of order, that they can do so. He mentioned the fact that MPs might be coming onto the stage to raise whatever question it is or point it is. Because I asked whether it's going to be a case of raising their hands, speaking from the seats, because as you can see, there's no middle aisle or anything like that. And right now, there's no microphones at any of the seats or in any of the aisles. So it is something that Motapo said they are going to be installing still throughout the day, those microphones, to ensure that MPs will have the chance to raise point of orders if they choose to do so. And on the point of the red carpet, we know that outside at the moment there is a bit of a tiny version of a red carpet, but we'll see tomorrow night if there's going to be the usual long extended one that we see every year at the parliamentary precinct. But from what I've heard from the various staff members and the staffers who've been working tirelessly around the clock to get things together here, it's been quite a bit of a madhouse, just a rush to get everything together, and it's mainly due to that technology side of things, getting all of these broadcasting things together, the equipment. Some screens still need to be placed. Motapa was telling us some screens still need to be placed on the top where some VIP guests will be seated, and he said that still needs to be done. So still a lot of work that needs to be done, but one thing that is certain is that security is as strict as ever. Coming in here, we needed to get screened at Parliament for COVID-19, and once you get here at the City Hall, they do another screening and another check of your credentials, of your ID. So really high security measures and strict COVID-19 safety protocols around this area.